Hey guys, Jennifer here with the Family Fudge, and welcome to Bunches of Lunches Summer Camp Edition. This week is going to be a fun one because my two youngest kiddos are heading off to summer camp, and Mackenzie and I are volunteering at the same camp too. And yes, we did sign up to help out with the snacks. This camp is just going to be a half-day situation, so I do need to pack a lunch for each of my kids, and since we'll be heading out early every morning, these lunches have to be quick and easy to make. But of course, I still want to make them as cute and as camp-themed as possible. I just know after a full morning of singing, dancing, games, and craft, my kids are going to be hungry. So I'm gonna have these lunches ready for them to enjoy in the car on the way home. So friends, if you love simple but fun lunch ideas like these, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. For summer camp lunch number 1, I'm going with a Parent Trap theme. It just feels perfect for camp. Personally, I love the original version, but my kids prefer the newer one, so that's where I'm getting the inspiration for today's lunch. But friends, let me know in the comments below, have you seen both versions? And if so, which one is your favorite? Starting off with the main course first, I'm putting together a campfire sandwich stack. But instead of stacking wood for a campfire, I'm going to be stacking a bunch of different fillings. First, I'm adding some turkey. Next, I'm adding ham. Now I'm adding just a little bit of mustard, and I am putting this in the center. That way, it won't get the bread all soggy. Next, on top of the mustard, I'm adding some pepperoni. This is going to give our sandwich a little bit of a kick. Then I'll finish this off with some salami and a slice of cheddar cheese. Now in the Parent Trap movie, the girls go to a summer camp and it's called Camp Walden. So to give this sandwich a little Camp Walden flair, I'm going to use some edible markers and a special sandwich stamp that I made. These sandwiches are full of flavor and perfect after a busy morning at camp. Next up, for the fruit, I'm going to add a bunch of grapes, and this is a little nod to Hallie, who is from Napa Valley. And then for the veggies, first I'm adding some English cucumbers, and this is in honor of Annie, who's from London. To go along with those, I'm also going to throw in just a few baby carrots. Oh yes, and I do have some ranch to go with these on the side. Next, since the camp takes place near a lake, I'm also going to throw in some goldfish crackers. And then since this is a movie, I'm also going to throw in some of my favorite white cheddar popcorn because I always have to have popcorn with a movie. But then for the treat, this is going to be my favorite Easter egg from the movie. I'm going to pack some Oreos with a side of peanut butter. If you've seen the newer version of the Parent Trap, you'll know it's what the girls bond over when they first realize just how much they have in common. Now personally, I love the combo of peanut butter and Oreos, but you guys have to let me know, do you think this is yum or is it yuck? Now, I don't remember if they actually have s'mores in this movie, but anytime I'm making a camp-themed lunch, I have to include some type of s'mores. So for today, the kids are getting this s'mores flip yogurt. Basically, one side has the marshmallow flavored, and then the other side has little pieces of graham cracker and a chocolate. And then lastly, for the drink, the kids are going to be taking a water bottle every day, but for today, I have something extra fun planned. I'm going to stick a little lizard onto each water bottle using a little Velcro dot. Now this is a shout out to one of the funniest pranks in the entire movie, right before the girls realize that they're actually twins. Now for packing these lunches today and for the rest of the week, we're going to be using our packet lunch bags. Instead of using separate ice packs, the whole bag goes into the freezer overnight because the ice packs are built right in. Okay guys, today for summer camp lunch number 2, I'm making something super easy that I know my littles love. DIY Lunchables summer style. Here's what I'm packing. For the protein, I'm using some sliced turkey that I rolled up. Then for the cheese, I'm going with white cheddar. And of course, no DIY Lunchable is complete without the crackers. Now these say they are a special summer edition. That just means these are extra toasted and extra crispy, which actually makes them perfect for lunchboxes. For the fruit, I'm keeping things simple by just adding some cutie oranges. I love these, there's no chopping required, but I did go ahead and pre-peel them just to make them less messy for my car. And now for something extra fun. I'm gonna make some ants on a log. I think these go so well with a camping theme, although personally I would prefer not to have ants on real logs when I'm camping. I'm not really into bugs. And instead of using raisins for this, I went ahead and snuck a few M&Ms out of these camping themed trail mix bags. But don't worry you guys, the rest of the trail mix is gonna go right over here in the lunchbox. Next, for a snack on the side, I'm going to toss in a bag of these veggie straws. These are one of our favorite crunchy snacks. And then for the sweet treat, I'm going to make some dessert sandwiches, and I'm going to turn them into little camping tents. Now, like I said, my kids love anything s'mores flavored. So for the filling, I found this s'mores spread at Target. Now this has all the best parts of s'mores, the chocolate, the marshmallow cream, and it even has little crunchy bits of graham cracker inside. I'm gonna spread on a decent amount of the spread and then finish the tops with some edible markers and my little sandwich stamp. These turned out so cute. I know the kids are going to love them, and they fit perfectly into our lunch boxes. And finally, for the drink, along with their water bottles, I'm gonna pack each kid a summertime favorite lemonade. But not just any lemonade, this one is actually peach flavored, which makes it even better. And that's it, friends, a fun and easy DIY Lunchable that's perfect for after summer camp. Okay friends, that brings me to our next 3 lunches, and these are all going to be super fun and colorful because at this camp, they've separated the different grade levels of kids by color. So since my son Griffin is with the 4th graders and their color is blue, I'm gonna make him a blue lunch. For my daughter Lily, who's going to be in 6th grade, her color is red, so of course she's getting a red lunch. And then for Mackenzie, who's a volunteer, they don't have an official color, but they do wear green volunteer vests. So I'm gonna make sure she gets an all green themed lunch. Starting with all of the different main courses first, for the blue lunch, I'm making a very special blueberry waffle PB&J. To make this, I toasted 2 blueberry waffles, then I added a generous amount of chunky peanut butter with lots of blueberry jam. Using a waffle instead of bread is such a fun and easy way to jazz up a plain PB&J. Next up, for the red lunch, I'm adding in some tasty pizza pinwheels. These are super easy to make, but they do take a little bit of time. So last night, for dinner, I ended up making a triple batch. That way, we'd have plenty of leftovers to throw into lunches today. Here's how I made them. First, I rolled out some pizza dough and I sprinkled on a little bit of garlic and herb seasoning for extra flavor. Then I brushed on some pizza sauce and loaded it up with plenty of shredded mozzarella. Next, I added plenty of mini pepperoni. I sprinkled on a little bit of cheddar cheese, and right on top I added extra garlic and Italian seasoning. Next, I rolled it up as tightly as I could and sliced it into 8 even pieces. Now, you don't have to do this next step, but I like to bake these in silicone baking cups. This helps them retain their shape, they don't get too big, and it makes them easy to put into lunches. Now, I did go ahead and top mine with extra pepperoni, and these went in the oven at 375 for about 15 to 20 minutes. These little pizza pinwheels made my entire house smell amazing. Now, when I put these in lunchboxes the next day, I don't usually heat them up. They are tasty just at room temperature. Now that brings me to the green lunch, and for this one, I made some chicken bacon ranch roll-ups. To my green tortilla, I spread on plenty of ranch-flavored cream cheese. Next, I added some crumbled bacon. I added a few spinach leaves, followed by a few slices of chicken. And I rolled this up as tightly as I could as well. Then I sliced them into smaller pieces. Now, as for the fruit, I'm keeping things pretty simple and I'm just matching up the colors. So of course for blue, I have blueberries. For red, I have raspberries. And then for green, I decided to go with kiwi. And then for the veggies, it's pretty tricky to find anything blue in the vegetable world. So I'm gonna cheat just a little bit. I decided to add some crinkle cut carrots and some mini cucumbers to all of the lunches, no matter the color. And of course, I will be packing a little bit of ranch on the side for dipping. Now, to make sure these lunches have enough protein, I also grabbed some Greek yogurt. I was able to find the right colors in some tasty flavors. Now again, for the blue lunch, I decided to go with blueberry flavor. Then the red is also getting more raspberry. But then for the green, I decided to go with some key lime pie flavored yogurt, which is actually my favorite. And of course, this part is optional, but just to make it extra cute and fun, I'm gonna add just a few sprinkles to decorate the top. And now to finish off these lunches, I'm adding just a few extra snacks. For the blue lunch that kind of has a breakfast theme, I went ahead and made up some hard-boiled eggs the night before, and I added them to these really fun molds. So this one kind of came out as a little star shape. I'll go ahead and add them in here and sprinkle just a bit of salt on top. Next, for the red lunch, I'm going to add in some Baby Bell cheese. And then for the green lunch, because I pretty much don't have anything else, I'm gonna throw in some celery sticks. And then for the sweet treat, I did not get anything s'mores flavored because you know s'mores aren't really blue, red, or green. So instead, each of the kids is just gonna take one of these little fig bar packs. We have blueberry for blue, strawberry for red, and then cinnamon apple for the green. And then finally, for the drinks, the red and the blue lunch are both getting these special summertime Capri Suns. These are actually red, white, and blue. And then for the green lunch, I'm gonna add a lemon lime Olipop. And that's it for this week's summer camp lunches. On the last day, the camp actually provided a fun hot dog and hamburger lunch for everyone, which was such a perfect way to wrap it all up. The kids had a blast, and we can't wait to do it all again next summer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.